morning, everyone. Today is the 25th day, so day 25. I'm at 273, and I feel good today. I just, after I work out, I shower, I get changed there, and I tell you what, having the right clothes sometimes is a confidence booster. I've always struggled with clothes just because of my size, being bigger, sure, but like also just taller. My body type has been for the last like decade in like limbo with big and tall and what you would find at like an actual like clothing outlet or whatever. You go to Old Navy and the clothes are just shy of my size. I'm just a little bit too big for, pants or whatever there. But if I go to a big and tall store, it's too much. The smallest size is too much. And so that's just been a personal struggle of mine. I don't know that a lot of people can necessarily identify with that. But it's hard to feel good and healthy when you feel like, oh, I have to wear something too baggy or whatever. But I will say, when you wear something that fits right and it makes you look good, I know like there's ads for men, there's like True Classic t-shirts and things, and those work for a hot second until you throw them in the laundry and they shrink down, and then you start all over again. But when you find the right set of clothes that fit just right, it could be enough to give you enough of a confidence boost. I don't know that I would say I necessarily struggle with body dysmorphia. If you don't know what that is, it's just like where you don't feel the same inside as how you look. Like people would look at me right now and think like, oh, I could tell that you've lost weight. You look better. You look, thinner or whatever, less bloated or whatever. But like, I've had this perception of myself for such a long time of being overweight that, or maybe not being overweight, but not being as skinny as my peers, or, had attention from people about how I looked. So that comparison has always stuck with me. So even though I'm in the midst of losing weight and getting healthier, there's still going to be a mental struggle that I have to get through of, hey, like I do have to acknowledge that I am smaller than I was. I'm not used to taking pictures of myself for that reason, but it also is a good health marker to say, well, I was looking like this, now I'm looking like this, and just trying to use that to help me mentally accommodate for the changes that I'm making, because I don't think I'll get to a point where I'm on GQ or anything, but I think the thing that's been giving me hope is that in this journey, it's not about my looks. That might be a side effect, but I feel better. I just feel better, and that's better than anything else. I mean, I feel stronger, and not just like, oh, I can lift a lot more weight. I just feel like when I lift weight, I don't feel as weak. I don't feel like I'm getting tired more. I have more energy and things like that. So all that to say, when you're trying to change your health habits, change your lifestyle, you have to make it more than just one thing. You can't just be, well, I want to look better. I mean, that's a good goal, but what does looking better look like? And is looking better than feeling better? I don't know that that's the case, but I also haven't loved the way I look. And I know of plenty of people who have lost a lot of weight. They look better and they still get stuck with, I don't think I look good enough. And so it's also going to take humility and accepting people's affirmations when they come and say, oh, you look like you're doing well. You look like you're losing weight. Like that's good for you. Like the fact that people even acknowledge that should be good enough. So wherever you guys are at with that, just keep that in mind, that it's really just about feeling better. and I do feel better, and I hope you do too. See you guys.